Hey y'all, I'm Cindy. Welcome to Cindy Hart's Crochet Podcast, where we talk about crochet and crochet accessories. Today is Sunday, January 19th, 2025. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon here in Pinson, Alabama, and it is quite cold today. I believe our low last night was our high for today, and it's steadily dropping, and we're supposed to be into some teens before, actually in the morning. So, our low last night was like 37, so that's where we started this morning. And it is now down to 32 with a feels like of 22 degrees. So yeah, I have actually felt it dropping in this house. um, Went out this morning and walked dog, and it wasn't too bad. But then we came back in. I fed the birds, fed the dog. Um, and the birds, I guess they already know the snow's coming or whatever weather's upcoming. So they've been gathering pretty good today. So I'll probably fill my feeders one more time. But it has been too cold really to sit in front of my window watching my birds and crocheting. But today I put a little heater in front of there and sat there mainly to begin with to defrost the window. Because earlier this morning, there was a lot of condensation on it because the temperatures were so different inside and out. So I wiped it down, tried to dry it, but then I put a heater on it to try to defrost it. Then I felt like I probably needed that heater on my legs and my hands instead. So I turned it around, and like I said, I've literally felt it dropping in this house. Dog is laid in there with me a little bit, but the red birds and all the little birds are just eating and eating and eating, so I love to see that. I've had to start bringing in my tube feeders because the raccoons are just trying to tear them up, no matter how tight I make the lids on them, and no matter where I put the feeders, they're just trying to get to them. I know they get hungry too, but I feed the birds, not the raccoons. So I've been bringing the tube feeders inside. You know, they get the little peanut butter balls, suet balls. I've been bringing those inside because they'll take them off, take the lids off of it, just throw them in the yard, and then I'll find the feeder all the way down across the yard somewhere. So I've started bringing those in, but then I've got a larger one that I don't have anywhere to hide, and I've been hanging it on a nail that's on my front porch. Am I really pale today, or is that just the lighting? I've got my ring light on me, but it's kind of got me looking a little pale. Just now looking at myself, huh? Anyway, so back to the feeder. I put the feeder on a nail that's in the middle of the porch ceiling, and it's out of the way, and they can't get around there to it. So last night, let me just tell you what these little stinkers tried to do. And I could see their whole path, right? 2:15 to be exact. They, or it, whatever, jumped up on my rocking chair, the one y'all seen me film in before, up on my light fixture, my porch light fixture, and tried to jump from the door, porch light on the wall by the door, across the porch to that feeder. The way I can tell is they knocked the top off of my light fixture, and the cushion was knocked over on the rocking chair, and this little wooden thing that I put my camera on was laying sideways up against the wall. And then I have an outdoor garbage can out there that I pick up, or like when I'm coming in from work and I may have a paper cup, or if I go out to eat or something, I have a paper cup or something. I'll or if I just sit outside, if I just have my bird bag, my bird feed bags and stuff, I'll put it in that little garbage can, but it has a step foot thing on it, so it closes solid. So that was knocked over, and the garbage knocked out of it. Now, the garbage wasn't torn up or anything, but I could tell that this stupid raccoon jumped from the light fixture trying to get that bird feeder and fell down on the garbage can. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these raccoons. They're just eating all my food. I mean, I guess I could get like some deer corn or something and put out there for them. But anyway, so it's really been enjoyable being able to sit here and crochet in front of my front window today and watch my birds for a change. We're trying to watch what's going on outside. I have few finished projects I wanted to show you before I take pictures of them and then send them on their merry way. I'm also going to enter them in a make-along, but I'll explain that one to you here in just a minute. So I showed you earlier in the week that I was working on these Crazy Fast Cowls by Fiber Flux. Oh, welcome to my new subscribers. Welcome back to my returning subscribers. Thank you for joining me today. I started these cowls, and the colors are still not showing up like I'd like for them to. But this is, so this is Lion Brand Wool Ease hand dyed. Bought them a while back when you would get, I think it was 3. You got them for $2 a hank or something like that. They are 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 146 yards, and 134 meters. 80% acrylic, 20% wool. So I haven't ever made anything out of these, and I knew there wasn't enough to make anything large. But too, with the wool, I wasn't sure I want to make anything like this because I don't really need anything like that here in the South. This is just a fluke that we're having all this weather and snow and stuff. It was snowing here in the holler earlier, though. If you'll watch my short from earlier, you can see that. And it was beautiful for a few minutes, but then it just quit. I think we have more to come this week, but we'll keep a check on that. It is a number 4 medium. I can't read the hook and stuff. It recommends a 5mm US 8 5mm knitting needle or a K 10.5, which is a 6.5mm hook. This color is caramel apple. Looks prettier when I have glasses on for some reason. Maybe it's just my vision so blurred these days. Maybe it's the way I'm holding it in the light. I don't know. But anyway, it kind of makes a pattern up through there, doesn't it? I just now saw that. So one hank makes one Crazy Fast Cowl. Now, oh, it does. Look, it goes, it's almost like a chevron kind of thing. Oh, how cool is that? Then does it change? No, it just goes back and forth. Oh, that's cool. Anyway, I didn't know. I couldn't tell by just working on it. So this is the Crazy Fast Cowl by Fiber Flux. You know, I've made a bunch of them. And I can't remember how many rows is on this, but I try to make it long enough to go around your neck and just sit there, or you can bunch it up in your jacket. And I'm not going to stretch theirs until I'll let them do that. But I think it is also, I guess if you put a little bit of stretch on it, you could probably twist it and put it up around your ears or around your neck. Now, I made these I actually made 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Made them for my sister-in-law and her twin boys because they, like me, have no heat in their home. And I wanted them to have something over these next few days of us having weather in the teens to just kind of keep them warm around the neck, because I have realized that as long as you can keep the back of your neck warm, and she wears ponytail most of the time like I do, keep your neck warm and it helps a lot. So I thought I would make those for them. I had originally had 6 hanks of these, and this is what it looks like. Uh-oh. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. This is the way it looks when it comes to you. Beautiful colors. You can see the colors much prettier here, I guess. So after having, that's more of a, does that look like a moss or a gray in the picture? I can't really tell. It is, I just can't tell. Anyway, kind of a grayish. But with the pretty colors. This color is caramel apple. And so it took 1 hank for each of those with like maybe a couple of yards left over from each one. So I used 3 hanks of it on that and on these 3. And then I wanted to get those finished before they went back home this weekend. She is the one that is taking care of my brother now for the most part, because he didn't want me doing it anymore. Um, so I wanted to make them something because I know they get cold. But I wanted to get at least the cowls made right before they go home, so they'll have those. But then she said something the other day about being so cold because she slept with her hands out up from under the covers. So I wanted to make her some hand warmers, not hand warmers, fingerless gloves. I don't have a pattern for this one. Oh, it's kind of got a pattern to it too. Oh. But all I did was chained 31. Yeah, I chained 31 and then I started and then I single crocheted all the way back, right? Starting in the second chain from the hook. Oh, the Crazy Fast Cow was made with a J. I made it with a J. I'm jumping around too much. Slow down, Cindy. A J. I'm used to being rushed because I'm at lunch and trying to hurry up, but now I'm at home, so using my J 6.0 Clover Soft Touch on the Crazy Fast Cowl, and then I'm using the H, my H, still a Clover Amour, H 5.5 millimeter on the fingerless gloves. Like I said, I don't have a pattern for it, but I chained 31, single crocheted all the way back across, starting the second chain from the hook. And then when I started back, I'm doing 2 single crochets in both loops. And then I'm doing back loop only to kind of give it a rib there. To kind of also make it a little bit thicker and not so airy. So it will kind of double back on each other, sort of like that, you see. And then I'm doing back loop across to the last 2, and then doing 2 single crochets in the, I'm doing back loop, single crochet all the way across until the last 2, and then I'm doing 2 single crochets in both loops on each end. That way it'll kind of make a little edge in case it's too tight, so, and then I can go back around, in case it's too loose, and I need to go back around and make some kind of ribbing or something for her to make it, or maybe do some decreases. But that's going to be it. And then all I'm going to do is, and it stretches okay because I put it on my hand already. I put the sides together and then put it on my hand. But then I took it back apart. I just did it to kind of do a fitting thing, not necessarily to make it official yet. But 2, I wanted to make sure I did both of them the same size as far as, I just did almost a square. And then I'll double it up. So then I'll just gather it. I want it kind of long enough to, well, I want it kind of long enough to cover her fingers up about like that. See if I can hold it. And then it'd also be down a little ways on her wrist. So that way she can still use her fingers for her phone and stuff. And then I'll just do like I don't know if I'll do a slip stitch or, yeah, probably a slip stitch because single crochet would make more of a seam that I don't really want right there on her hand. But anyway, I'll just gather it right here. And I may just sew it together with some kind of whip stitch or something. Do it right there, and then I'll do it together right there. I'll just sew it down. And I may go around, depending. I'm trying to get it finished before they leave. So whatever I can get done, if I can finish this and do a little bit up on the thumb for her, I will. But if not, I'm sure she's going to appreciate it no matter what I do. I would like to do her and the boys both a set of these. But as long as I got them the cowls, that was the main thing. So I'm going to just keep trying to work on these and get those to them. So this is, I've done a whole one and this much on the second one. Not very much. This much on the second one. I still got this much left out of one hank. I was having a heck of a time trying to cake those up the other day, so I just decided to ball them up instead, put them on my Swift from the hank, and then just hand roll them up. But yeah, I got these a long time ago. I mean, I've had these probably 3 or 4 years. But I thought they would be good. Also, The make along I'm going to enter them in if I can get the pictures made in time is Ella with No Catchy Name. I'm going to enter them in her kaleidoscope mal. I'm going to send her pictures of those. I'll also post them on my Facebook page and everything. So if you are, and I'll put the link to her videos below for that, to her introduction video for the kaleidoscope cow in case you would like to join in on that one. There's another one that I may enter it into, but I'm not sure it qualifies as the category that is mentioned for January. But if so, I will let you know in my next video. I'm also wearing a shawl that I made a couple of years ago, or last year maybe. I remember doing it at Renee's, and I can't remember the name of it, but I will find that link and put it in the description box below as well. I did test myself today on the Crazy Fast Cow to see exactly how crazy and fast it would go. Let me get a little drink here. Good stuff. Drinking my Thai food tea from my son-in-law. The English tea, and I even put milk in it. I've never put milk in my tea before then. But that's nice and warm today. I had coffee earlier, but then I kind of wanted something a little different. So I went with some tea. And then I think it's like a tomato soup and a grilled cheese kind of day. So anyway, I got the cowls finished, the Crazy Fast Cowls. Oh, I did test myself on the Crazy Fast Cowl to see how crazy and fast I could go. And I think I finished it, start to finish was about 2 hours. However, I had to answer a phone and do something else, I guess, attend a dog or just play with her for a few minutes and everything. So it's probably about an hour 15 to an hour 30 to do one of those. So if I had just a whole day to do them, I could probably whip out a dozen of those things. And as cold as it is, I wish I'd have thought about it sooner. I would love to have done a bunch of them and just go give them to the homeless vets, or, I mean, the vet home that we did the Christmas thing for earlier or back in December, or take them down to some of the homeless shelters to give out. I really wish I would think of things ahead of time, but we're not out of the total cold yet, so I probably have some time to do those things. But I will be entering this into Ella's kaleidoscope mal, and I guess that's all I really wanted to say today, right? I don't know. Like I said, I'm usually rushed because, why? Because I'm at lunch and trying to hurry. So I feel like I've just jumped around on y'all today. But at least it's a real video in front of my real yarn. Again, I will put the link to this below. I'll have to find the video and find the name of it. It's the one that I thought looked like a bat in the beginning. And it seems like it was probably a make-along as well. I can't remember. I don't know the yarn or anything that this is. But it's black and white, kind of grayish. And it's really pretty. And I'm not wearing it like a shawl. I'm wearing it like a rolled up robe around my neck because it's really cold in this house. And it's getting colder and my window's fogging over again. So I'm going to get out of here and go snuggle with dog the rest of the day. I'm supposed to work tomorrow. Going to be 17 here with wind chills in the teens. I mean, in the single digits the next 2 or 3 days. And I don't think we're going to get over freezing for about 3 days. So I'm just praying for the best. That's all I can do. Thankful to a couple of people that have helped me out with some issues past couple of days. And you know who you are, and you know I love you, and thank you so much. A couple of things I've been dealing with here at home. But y'all stay warm, stay fed, stay blessed, all the good things. And post whatever you'd like to in the Cindy Hearts Crochet podcast Facebook page. I feel like, again, I'm the only one posting there. So y'all please post some stuff. Every now and then I see a stray coming in. Not a stray, but you know, hey, somebody besides me. A straggler, I should say, not a stray. The strays are loved too. Hello. Come on. I will quit jabbering now and get off of here and round up all the things I need to post for you below. And hopefully see you tomorrow. Love y'all. Bye.